What's up guys, TA Military here. In today's video I'm going to be going over my Army Ranger inspired UGRI setup. Alright guys, before I start today's video I'm going to be going over some history on the UGRI. This upper was first issued to Green Berets around 2018-2019 during GWAT. Some Army Rangers were issued the upper, but most of them were using the Mark 18 around that time. So I set up my UGRI how Army Rangers would set theirs up. Particularly set it up like a marksman, I guess, type UGRI setup. So I have an LPVO on here instead of a red dot Riotech. So yeah. For the LPVO, I'm using a Triton Ronin LPVO. It's 1-6 power. Really good LPVO. A more accurate LPVO would be the SIG LPVOs, since that's what Army Rangers are getting issued. But an LPVO is an LPVO. They both do the same exact thing. But yeah. Up here I have a PIG 15. I know Army Rangers are starting to get issued the NGAL, but a majority of them still have a PEG 15. On the right side, I do have a Surefire Scout Light. This is what Army Rangers are using. Now, one thing I do have to mention is most Army Rangers who run an LPVO don't run a PEC. Some of them will just run a flashlight, or some of them will just run a PEC, and that's it. But I just threw both of them on here just to get the best of both worlds. To activate them, I have a dual pressure switch. The back activates the flashlight, the front activates whatever setting you have on your LPVO. I currently have mine on the laser, so when I press down on the front, it activates the laser. And I got some gun tape that is holding down the wires pretty good. This is, I believe, multi-cam or Woodland gun tape. But it does the job at holding it down pretty well. Up at the front, I do have a 3-prong flash hider. This is what Army Rangers are using. It's the only one I've seen them have on their gun. For the magazine, I am using a Magpul PMag. This is a mid-cap magazine. Only holds 30 rounds, which is actually pretty cool. Instead of usually mid-caps will hold around 150 to 200 BBs. Like most of my, I think my other ones hold 200. This one only holds 30, which is like gas blowback. So gas blowback mags, I'm pretty sure, only hold 30 rounds to keep that realism there. Down here I do have a hand stop. I have seen some Army Rangers use a Magpul, and I have seen some that just don't use anything down there. I like the hand stop. Sometimes I'll use, I'll hold it right here, have my 3 fingers right here, and have my pointer finger actually grabbing onto that hand stop. And sometimes I'll just have my hand like this. Only really do this if I'm laying down or, trying to come around a tight corner for some CQB or whatever. So for the base gun, this is a classic Army Mark 16. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I'll see you all in the next one.